You know, when you're on eBay and you find a deal that looks too good to be true, and it turns out you get it and it is too good to be true. I found this snare drum here, and when I got it, I looked at the snare drum, and as you can see, it looks like it was rescued from the bottom of a swamp. Luckily, I opened it up and the interior is in pretty good shape, but as you'll see, the edges are pretty bad. It's scuffed up, it's got a bunch of rust, some stuff on the edges. It just looks like it's years of grime and mildew. There was actually a dead spider in the side. So the first thing I did was took this stuff called Neverdol, and you just break some off and you rub it on the brass, and it's non-abrasive, so you just do a couple coats and then dry it off with a towel, and as you can see, it looks a lot better. There's still a couple of marks here and there, but next I took some WD-40, and you fill up half of it with WD-40, and then the next half I'm gonna get some water, and you'll see the process here. I've done this with some older drum sets that I bought, and the hardware comes back to life. Seriously, this works. So I've got half WD-40 and then half water. Just mix that up a little bit, and then make sure that doesn't fall off. Oh my gosh. Okay, I saved it, thank goodness. All right, dip that tin foil into the solution, and then you're gonna spend like a good 10 minutes or so just rubbing that tin foil all over the hardware, anything that's chrome basically. So here you kind of see before it's got all that grime, and you get inside all those little nooks because that grime stayed. Oh, that looks so much better. So here's the end result. Looks way better. And then I opened up the snare, and as you can see, there's a bunch of like dead organisms, probably from that pond. Yeah, it just looks terrible. And then if you look inside that strainer, there's a bunch of old dirt, and that I just couldn't get out. So look at that. You know, I need to get some compressed air and just blow it. Yeah, but so this is more rubbing foil. So that's another 10 minutes or so. And that's the end result. Looks a lot better. And I love this is a pearl brass free floater. It's 6.5 by 14. So you just place the brass shell inside of this little mechanism, the holder, so you can swap out. If I didn't want brass, I could put an aluminum shell, blah blah blah. Anyways, the final step here is I put some grease right here, lithium grease, inside of all the lugs. That way they go in a little bit easier, makes tuning easier. So that's what I'm doing here. So I'm just gonna go through and get all the lugs back on, and this just goes to say when you're on eBay, not everybody's completely truthful or showing the photos in their best light. There definitely weren't close-ups of this drum, so there was a lot of work that went into getting it to look as good as it does now, and I like the way it looks. But it is an old drum. I believe this was the first run of the Pearl Free Floater series in the late 1980s. So this drum is almost 40 years old. Of course, it's been through a lot, but I've got it back looking pretty good. You remember all that grime and dirt that was in there? That's pretty much gone. The pitting is still there, but it looks so much better. So it's really easy to do these quick fixes and make your drums look almost new again. And now, if you want to hear what it sounds like, here you go.